Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. My name is Aiman Syakir bin Terbrani and I am a student from the Faculty of Communication and Media in UiTM. So for this interpersonal communication assignment interview, I will be conducting an interview with Nina, the current president of Mascom Club. So can you please introduce yourself?
Hi, Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera. My name is Iman Zara, or you can just call me Nina. And yes, I'm currently the president of Mescom Club for the span of 2 semesters. And currently, I'm in semester 4 with the code MC1104A.
So the focus of this interview is on the topic of interpersonal power and influence. How a leader uses communication and influence to manage people and situation effectively. So we're about to crack it right now. Okay. So I hope this session will give us better insight into leadership dynamics and the power of communication in student organization or a club. Okay. So without further ado, let's begin our interview. Okay. First of all, can you briefly share your main responsibilities as the president of the Mascom Club?
Okay, so what is my main responsibility? Okay, my main responsibility is that I coordinate club activities, I lead meetings, and then I guide all of my club members to ensure all of the ongoing events goes on smoothly.
All right. Okay. So, how do you build trust and influence among your club members? And fun fact, guys, I am one of the club members of Mascom clubs, and she's my president lah.
Yes, a
Yeah.
very active member.
Okay. So, how do you build trust and influence among us, your club members?
Okay, I try to lead by example. So I try to stay consistent and I always try to be approachable, which is this is a very good example that he is very comfortable enough to approach me and ask for my help for this assignment. So that is what I try to do, lead by example.
All right. Okay. Okay. Have you ever faced challenge in convincing members during a decision-making process, and how do you handle it?
Oh, of course. I think handling facing like challenges, like let's say having different point of view and different solution to a problem is like a day-to-day basis at this point, because not everyone's gonna have the same point of view as you do, right? So what I do is that I handle it by listening to them attentively and try to solve the problem that will satisfy both parties. So that is what I try to do.
So, what communication strategies do you use to ensure that every member feels heard and valued among each other?
So what I use is open discussion. So there is like group chats or like personal DMs that I can use to make sure that everyone got a chance to speak up and say what they think about an issue or a problem.
Okay. Um, okay. By having a WhatsApp group, we can always communicate and try to give opinions with each other, right? Okay.
Yes.
So, how do you usually manage difference of opinions or conflicts during meetings or club activities?
So I remind everyone that we are on the same team. So that is what everyone have to remember. And if needed, only if needed, I will speak to them privately and try to solve the issue that they have.
Okay. 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 A very interesting questions. Who inspires your leadership styles the most, and why?
Okay, I like this question. So who inspired my leadership style the most is my beloved mother, obviously, because as a single parent and as the principal of a high school, she has faced a lot of challenges and a lot of issues that she has to face alone. So what she tried to do is that she tries to be fair in all of her decision making without involving any of her personal feelings in the decision making. So that is what I try to apply to myself as a leader.
Okay. Okay. Next. How do you use your positions to motivate less active members in the club?
Okay, so I get them involved by assigning small roles. So at least what they do contribute to some of the club ongoing activities at least, and I hope it does encourage them to be more active on upcoming events.
Okay. Okay. Do you believe leadership is more about formal authority or personal influence? Why?
I 100% believe that personal influence is what people rely on, because the way you talk, the way you listen, really shows if people can respect you or not. You know, so personal influence matter more than just the title of being a leader.
Oh, okay, okay. Um, okay, how do you adjust your leadership approach when dealing with different personalities in the club?
So I adjust and be flexible by the way that they communicate. So some people need space, some people need encouragement, and some people need to talk one on one. So that is how I try to adjust, and I try to be flexible as I can with all of my club members.
All right. Okay, last question. What is the most important lesson you've learned about leading and interacting with others as a club president?
Okay, what important lesson that I have learned from my time as a president is that listening and taking feedback is just as important as talking, and it's actually way more powerful, because some people think that the ability to talk openly and being opinionated means that you have more power, but that is not true, because the way that you listen, the way that you take feedbacks really shows the kind of person you are, and it makes people respect you more. So that is what I have learned from my time from being a president.
All right. Okay, wow, wow. Um, um, I've personally learned a lot about leadership, communication, and the importance of the interpersonal influence within an organizations or a club. So yeah, thank you so much, Nina, for sharing such a valuable insight and experience with us today. So I hope this interview has been very informative and meaningful for everyone who's watching. Once again, thank you for your time.
No problem. I
Uh,
hope my insight does help
all right.
anyone.
Okay. Thank you all also for tuning in. I see you when I see you. Assalamualaikum and goodbye.